Hi all, thanks for tuning into Scooby-Doo Tarot. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for watching and following my videos. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. I will be nothing without you all, so thank you all so much for supporting my platform. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We've got the Six of Swords coming out, so right away I'm sensing some hurt, and of course, I love this deck because this one always shows us all of these crows, which is such a you know, poignant like guide for my viewers. It is one of our spirit guides for sure. So when we see the crows, we know that is our guides telling us that we are on the right path. Absolutely. So sometimes the hurt is necessary in order to teach us a lesson, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and with the Hierophant, it's like, you know, you gained knowledge through this hurt. And one of the things that I've noticed about this kind of thing is that sometimes you really have to be at your lowest point in order like to receive these messages, because sometimes you are just like not open to it. You're like too focused on yourself. You're too stuck in your own mind to see when your like guides are trying to contact you. And so, you know, sometimes the universe will just keep sending you these lessons and breaking you down until you are an empty shell, so that they can open you up and fill you with the infinite wisdom of the universe. And, you know, when I see this stairway, I think of, some of y'all know about this, it's called a Kundalini awakening, which I think spirituality is so tied to tarot and all things. And, you know, I myself have had a Kundalini awakening. And for those of you that aren't interested in that, you know, you can skip this part of the reading or just do whatever you feel comfortable with. But for those of you that are interested, like, this is when all of your chakras align. And, you know, these spiritual leaders, they describe it as like a snake, and it coils up at your root chakra, and then it, you know, shoots up through your spine and out your crown chakra essentially, and then the universe like comes back in through your third eye. It's like this whole beautiful experience, and you feel it. You feel all of the sensations physically. You can't do that if you aren't paying attention to your body. And that was exactly how I found myself in that state of consciousness, was doing body scans and meditating and using cleansing chants and mantras. I really like Hamsa and Om Mani Padme Hum. It's Sanskrit, which is an ancient sacred language, one of the first languages. And, you know, I'm studying the Bhagavad Gita currently, which is part of the Mahabharata, I think is how you say it. And, you know, I think it's just a really beautiful text, and, you know, it's sacred. It's an ancient sacred text, and it really teaches you a lot about your inner power and your intuition, and how you are part of God. You know, you have divinity in you. You are made of the same material as God himself and the universe and divinity and love and light, all of it. And one of the things about the Bhagavad Gita, it is telling the story of Arjuna, and he is essentially the son of God, and he's divinely guided and protected. And, you know, the story is being told through Lord Krishna to Arjuna. And, you know, Lord Krishna is kind of an arm of God and one of his spirit guides, essentially. And so to me, it is all connected. And, you know, some of you might not be interested, and that's okay. You know, you can just keep skipping this part until I get back to this reading. But somebody out there needs to hear this. And, you know, one of the things that happens is Arjuna is betrayed by his entire family. They take his kingdom, they take his wife, all of these things. They disrobe his wife and all these things. And like, he's just completely betrayed by his family, and he's so broken. And that is something that happens, something that is going to happen to you to tear you down and, you know, bring you to your lowest, because sometimes that is what it takes in order for God to come in and fill you up. And, you know, you may not believe in God in the same way that others do, but, you know, if you believe in tarot, then you believe that there is some sort of outside force. Like, you believe in karma. And, you know, ever since I was a little kid, I believed in past lives, and I believed in regeneration even before I knew what that word was, reincarnation and such. And I would talk about it. And of course, my grandma would tell me that I was a liar when I would talk about my past lives and all this stuff, because she just doesn't believe in that kind of thing because she's Catholic. But, you know, again, that message is out there for somebody, because a lot of you don't want to, you know, accept that these realities exist and that you can travel in between them and, you know, find your way into your dream reality if you put the energy into it and if you do that inner work. Because you're scared. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, like balance and abundance coming in when you accept the truths of the universe. And, you know, I see him sitting in this, you know, crisscross position. And I was in the lotus position when my Kundalini awakening happened as well. I was lying down on my back, but in the lotus position. And, you know, it is just beautiful, the experience that I had, and I hope others get to experience the same. And I think that absolutely you have to kind of be at your lowest before it can come in. So just be warned. Another Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands coming in. Woo! So some of y'all know 666 is kind of the energy of the devil here, but it is also an angel number. And the devil, sorry, looking after my dog. And the devil is Capricorn energy in the tarot. And it is also, you know, about your deepest desires. So that's kind of what I'm sensing here with this 666 energy, is do what feels pleasurable to you. Ask yourself when you wake up in the morning, what do you want to do today? What could you do that would just absolutely feel amazing and delicious to you? Wow. Let's see if we get the Six of Cups here. Let's see what we got going on. And again, sometimes when you get every single one but that card, we've got all of these sixes except for the Six of Cups. It could be trying to tell us Six of Cups energy, you know, because that's the one that's not here, and that's what's missing, is that you're not pouring into your own cup. And once you pour into your own cup, that is when you receive this balance. Because right now we have 666, but we want 6666. So you need to start pouring into your own cup to find that balance. Yeah, we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. And I love this card because she's in her aerial hammock. And I am being called to post the video that I took in my aerial hammock over the weekend, because it is what got me reconnected with my body. I had my Kundalini awakening in high school, and, you know, since then I've been through all kinds of trials and tribulations, and it kind of takes you back away from that energy of feeling the divinity of the universe in you all of the time. And what brought me back to that is my aerial hammock. And so that's what I'm seeing here with this. And it's so crazy because it's also what drew me to the How to Be Your Own Muse podcast with Katie Spinner, that I have an interview on that podcast that's going to be posted soon. So stay tuned to that if you were interested in that. But that is also what got her into the physicality of, bringing spirituality into your body, because it's all connected. She specializes in finding your dream career through spirituality and manifestation and, the ethereal and the witchy. And she's a great energy to have in her life. I absolutely recommend that podcast, even if, you're not waiting to hear my episode, which I know some of y'all are. But, even if you're not waiting to hear my episode, you should absolutely tune into her, because if you are interested in making more money in the field that you're currently in, if you're interested in leaving that field for another one, she will help you find the confidence and, give you the steps to get there, because she's been where you are. So, and yeah, with her, again, it was like all of these narcissists that led her on this journey. And that is exactly what happens to Arjuna and what happens to all of these sons of God, daughters of God, sisters of God. That is what happens. We get tested by these people who aren't activated, who aren't online, they haven't been touched by God, and they aren't divinely guided and protected in the same way that some of us are, because we have literally met God and spoken to him and, talked to him every single day. You know what I mean? So it's God will send you these people to test you, these narcissists in your life that will test you. They're going to try and steal your energy and leech off of you. And in the end, it is a test, because you are divinely guided and protected by God. And when they act against you, they act against God, literally. And that is what the Gita teaches you. I like to call it that, because when I was younger, I read Eat, Pray, Love, and it is also what kind of got me started on my spiritual journey, as, funny as that is for some of y'all. It's funny to me too, but there's a character in the book. He's a real person, and he calls it the Geet. He's from Texas. He calls it the Geet, and I just think that's funny. I'm also from Texas, and I resonate with that. I call it the Gita. And we've got this Two of Swords coming out as well. So yeah, absolutely. There are these narcissists in your life that are keeping things hidden from you. And we see these crows, they are trying to pull this mask off of your eyes. They're trying to wake you up to it. In Eat, Pray, Love, they talk about rubbing the dust out of your eyes so that you can wake up in the morning, and that is exactly what these crows are trying to do, because these crows are your guides. But you are just allowing this blindfold. You were allowing these people to take from you, even though you are the son of God and the daughter of God. And he has better plans for you. I can promise you that. Once you awaken to it. But you have to do that work. I can't do it for you. God can't do it for you. He's sending you the signs. I can promise you that. I love to explain it in Interstellar. If y'all haven't seen it, spoilers. But Matthew McConaughey gets sucked into a black hole, and it's a wormhole through space and time. And he finds himself being able to talk to his daughter through their bookshelf in his home. And he gets these little windows, these little pockets where he's able to interact with the bookshelf, and sometimes he can't. And he's giving her these little clues in Morse code by knocking books down. And she has to figure out the clues herself. He's not giving her the answers so much as he's giving her the clues to awaken herself, which is exactly what these guides are doing. They are giving you the tools. They're giving you the toolbox, and you have to open it up and do the work and put it all together, So some of y'all really need to hear that. Some of y'all really need to open your eyes here. And for me, absolutely the best way to do that is sacred movement. And, a lot of people don't want to hear that, but you got to get up and move. Some of y'all literally can't get up, and that's totally fine. I have literally been there, and I am disabled, And sometimes my health, like, does not even allow me to get up and get a glass of water because it just hurts. Like, I have extreme arthritis and I'm 25. So, you know, I definitely get it. Like, not all bodies are the same. And, you know, I don't look disabled, but I 100% am. And so, you know, for me, sometimes movement was getting in my aerial hammock and hanging upside down in the lotus position because it was releasing some of the pressure off of my neck and my jaw. And, you know, some of y'all know I've talked about this before, but back in like 2022, beginning of 2023, I couldn't eat solid food at all. I was just eating soft food because I couldn't chew because of my chronic like TMJ and bruxism. So, you know, I 100% get it that movement is not really an option, but even if it is just like this, even if it is just circles in your neck, or even if it is just lying in the lotus position and doing a body scan, I promise you, getting in your body and out of your head is the key to opening your mind up to God, literally. Because y'all are totally capable of it. You are made of the same thing as me. Like, y'all are in the same place as me right now watching my videos. There's a reason this message was meant for you. And I fully believe that if you were watching, like, you are capable of doing this inner work. And this one's getting really long, so I do want to go ahead and, yeah, we've got 3 of Cups. You've got to stop giving to everyone else and start giving to you. You know, you have a beautiful support system is what I'm sensing, and it's time to lean on them for support. You know, I'm sensing that you've given enough to them that they're going to be willing to allow you to lean on them because you are beautiful. You are a wonderful person to have in their life. I can tell. The wheel is in the reverse, and it is your job to get the wheel turning in your favor here. And all it takes is like a mindset change. All it takes is getting out of owning your victimhood and, you know, realizing that you are the main character in your story and acting like it. So some of y'all really needed to hear that today, and that's my closing advice from Spirit. Is to act like the main character in your life. Act like the main character. Act like Arjuna, because you are. So, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in to me, tuning your, you know, energy in my direction. Thanks for any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. If you are interested in any personal reading, DM me on social media or shoot me an email. It's all linked in the description box. If you're interested in booking a spiritual coaching session, excuse me, to manifest your dream reality, you know, if you want your dream body, if you want your dream career, if you want your dream house, like, I can absolutely tell you how to get there because I am literally living my dream. You know, I dreamed of living in the location that I'm at this time last year, and now I'm in it, and this time next year I know exactly where I'm gonna be. And if you want to be in the same spot as me, book a spiritual coaching session with me for real, and we can talk about what your goals are, what you're trying to, you know, achieve with my spiritual coaching sessions, and we'll get it done. I can assure you that. So well, if you're willing to do the work, I can't do all the work for you. That is like literally the whole point, is that I am, you know, trying to get you to open up to your guides to tell you what the next step is. So if that's the kind of thing that you're interested in, shoot me an email or DM me. And again, thanks for watching, y'all. I hope you have a lovely day.